You're watching News 19 in HD. This is News 19 Daybreak.
Welcome back. Today is National Running Day, something near and dear to my heart. And here with some common safety tips for startup and seasoned runners alike is Gundersen Health Systems' Scott Straker from the Sports Medicine Department. Good morning, Scott. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Alex.
And for seasoned runners and new runners alike, do we encounter any sort of nagging injuries that pop up all the time in your experience? And how are some of those, can they be avoided, or how are some ways to avoid them?
Boy, injuries can happen for multiple reasons, Alex, from just overtraining, running too many miles, running too fast. Sometimes terrain comes in a problem if people are accustomed to running on flat surfaces on the roads, and then they head up in the local areas, as per se, like up in Hickson or something, getting hills too fast or something. Any one of those things could kind of lead to, if it's done too fast, too quickly, it could add to some injury onset. But as far as the advice for those types of things is just, if you're a new runner, you just want to take it slow, just kind of gradually progress into it, especially for those folks if you're just starting a running program and if you haven't been doing any weight-bearing kind of thing, if you haven't been walking, you've only been, let's say, biking or doing something, non-weight-bearing, non-impact, where there's a load, it'd be good to go a little bit slower as far as progressing.
And eventually the summer heat is going to be setting in. Hasn't done it yet, but hopefully soon we start to warm up. Is there anything we can start doing now to prepare for that summer heat, or when the summer heat finally does arrive, some advice for running in the heat?
Yeah. You know what, if you're like me, you kind of hope for a little bit of the summer heat to come on right now, but I think to get ready for it, I think people just need to be aware that when it happens, because we know it's going to happen, is that when you go out into the heat, you just need to acclimate a little bit. If you happen to hit one of these days that it gets hot fairly quickly, you just need to be aware that that's a different environment. So, change your clothing to something lighter colors. If it's really a bright sun, wear sunscreen, just to protect your skin, wear a hat, things like that. And then hydration is such an important thing as far as making sure, especially on those hot days, to keep yourself well hydrated.
Well, thanks for that advice, Scott, this morning. And if you're thinking of running a 5K or a 10K coming up soon, the last Cholita Lacrosse Classic is coming up in about a month, giving you about enough time to train for that. The race is July 6th this year, and WXOW is a proud sponsor of this event. And stay with us. I'll have another weather update when we return.